Number 12, use graphing to find the solution of the given system of equations. So we have two lines here. Neither one is in slope-intercept form. These are actually in the form, they're in what is called standard form. They are two lines, and I'm going to show you a shortcut. Actually, I prefer this over slope-intercept form, and I'll show you in a minute why. Standard form is in the form ax plus by, I promise that's a b, by equals c. And then what we can do is we just use a and b and c, and we're going to get our x-intercept and our y-intercepts. So we're going to find where this line crosses the x-axis and where this line crosses the y-axis. So let's do the first one. So we have x plus y equals 5. Now, if I'm talking about a y-intercept, okay, if I'm talking about any of these points on the y-axis, any of those points have the point 0, comma, something, okay? The x value of any of these points right here on this line that I'm marking, the x value is always 0. It's not to the left, it's not negative, it's not to the right, it's not positive. It's always 0, okay? So if I plug in 0 into this equation where x is, because this is our x and this is our y, if I say 0 plus y equals 5, well, 0 plus y doesn't really mean anything. Y equals 5. And that just told us what our y-intercept is of this first one. It's at 5. We can do the exact same thing where we're looking at the x-intercept. Notice on the x-intercept, it's kind of the same thing. For any point on our line that is on this x-axis, the y value is 0. So if I'm going to find the y value, it's blank, the y-intercept is always, the x-intercept is always a y value of 0. So I'm going to plug into this equation. I'm going to plug in x plus 0 equals 5. Well, plus 0 doesn't really mean anything. I find out that the x-intercept is also 5. So we're going to have the point 5, 0, and 0, 5. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to make it nice and big because I put all those little marks on there. And the point 5, 0. So I'm going to go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0. And my first line that I'm going to have goes through those 2 points. Goes through 0, 5, and goes through 5, 0. And let's see. So there's the first line. That's the top one. Now, the shortcut that I have here is to just cover up. I usually use my finger. I can't really use my finger on the screen, but I use my finger and cover up. If I want to see what the y-intercept is, I just cover up this x, and it tells me right there y equals 5. So I have a spot on the y-axis at 5. If I want to see the x-axis, x-intercept, I can just cover up the y, and it tells me x equals 5. Now, sometimes it's a little bit different. I'm going to get a blue color out here for the next one. On this one, if I want to find the y-intercept, well, I'm going to make x equals 0, and 2 times 0, well, that's 0. So that tells me my next line is going to have a point at y equals 4. I'll put that 4 back on there. And then when I cross off y to get rid of y, my x-intercept, it says 2x equals 4. Well, what does x equal? What is multiplied by 2 to equal 4? Well, I'm going to have to divide by 2 to get rid of the 2's. And it says x equals, well, 4 divided by 2 is 2. So my x-intercept is right here at 2. All right, so I'm going to go over to 2 and put my dot. I'm going to get my ruler tool out. I'm going to line up my 2 little points. And we're going to find out where these 2 lines cross each other. So let's see. The answer to this, the solution to this number, is the point at which these 2 cross each other. And I'm going to get a darker color so it's easier to see. These 2 lines cross each other right here. So our point where they cross, we're going to the left 1. So that's negative 1. We're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Negative 1, 6. That is our solution. So again, you just cover up those numbers, or cover up each variable. You're just pretending it's 0. And then, so I just cover up this x. Y-axis is 5. Cover up the y. The x-axis is 5. So I had 5 and 5 on the green one. For the blue one here, the y was pretty easy. It said y equals 4. We did have to divide. We had one more step on this x one. But I really prefer this standard form over y equals mx plus b. To me, I think that it's even faster than just plotting this and following your slope. But we'll get around to practicing some more of these throughout our school year. That's number 12.